Hi, Robert here. Welcome to the very first video lesson of Tovar guitar ever. Today we're going to cover Hey Ho by the Lumineers. In this song it's going to take about 4 chords here. The first chord is a C chord here in open position. How you get your C chord is you basically start with your ring finger and you place it on the 5th string, 3rd fret. Then you take your middle finger and place it on the 2nd fret of the 4th string, and then you get your index finger and place it on the 1st fret of the 2nd string. And on this one, you're only going to be strumming from the 5th string down. You don't strum that low E string. It'll sound like that. If you have that, you got it. The second chord we're going to be doing is kind of a different version of the F chord. Instead of playing your standard bar chord here on the first position, we're going to be doing this F chord here. And you start that pretty much by starting with your ring finger here on the 5th string, 3rd fret, your pinky on the 4th string, 3rd fret, your middle finger on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string. And that's pretty much all you're going to need. You can keep your index here on the 1st fret of the 2nd string from your C chord, because we're actually going to go back to the C chord after that. And on this one, you're only going to need the 5th, 4th, and 3rd string. This is going to be one of that movement from C to F. The next chord you'll need is A minor, and if you have C, I mean, it's super easy to get to. All you got to do is remove your ring finger here from the 5th string, 3rd fret, and place it right here underneath your middle finger on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string. And on this one, you're only going to need to strum from the 5th string down to the 1st string. The next chord you're going to need is the G chord. There's several different ways to play this one. You can use it using with just your ring finger, or you can have your pinky. Depending, there's other ways people like to play it. I want to play it this way. You start with your middle finger here on the 3rd fret of the 6th string. It's your 1st finger here on the 2nd fret of the 5th string, and then you use your 3rd finger, your ring finger, on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string, and finish off with your pinky on the 3rd fret of the 1st string. And this one you strum all the strings. If you get that, you're doing a good G chord right there. The last chord, well, it's just pretty much the other version of the F chord, the full version of it. This one's kind of tough if you're a beginner, but just keep practicing, you'll get it. You start with your 1st finger and you're going to bar all the strings on the 1st fret. It helps if you have it right behind the fret. You don't have to push down so much. If you have it close to the nut, you got to push down extra hard. But so try to keep it as close to the fret without passing it, because then you're going to get into the 2nd fret. Then you place your middle finger here on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, ring finger here on the 5th string, 3rd fret, and your pinky here on the 4th string, 3rd fret. And this one you're going to have to try extra hard to get that clean sound. And that's all the chords you're going to need to this song. So let's start pretty much from the beginning of the song. There's an intro with the intro riff to the song that repeats pretty much throughout the whole song. And that riff is repeated 2 times. That riff sounds like this. You're pretty much going from the C chord to the F chord to the C chord. The F chord is kind of just like a quick little passing in the strumming pattern. And you repeat that 2 times. Basically the song starts on the F chord, like that. And what you want to do is you want to finger that F chord I showed you, and you want to get the strumming pattern on an upstroke starting from the 4th, 5th, and 6th, and the 3rd, 4th, and 5th string. You want to go up, down, and then down land on the C chord. So it'll be up, down, down, up, down on the F chord, and then down on the C chord, up, down, down. And then you're gonna continue with the strumming pattern on the C chord, so it'll sound like this. So let me give you the strumming pattern here. So you start off with up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, down, practice it slow at first and then try to build it up to speed. So up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, down. So for the intro before the singing starts, he does that 2 times. Singing starts and he repeats that for another 4 times. And then it goes into this little break here. Basically what that is he goes to the A minor chord to a G chord, and you pretty much do the same strumming pattern. You just got to change it between the A minor to the G chord, so it's up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, and then up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, and then F, up, down, down. The whole thing together sounds like this from the verse. The song then goes on to continue to the verse, another verse 4 times, so you keep doing that same riff 4 times more. So the chorus, after you've done the verse 4 times and you do that little break, you'll come down to the A minor, to a G, and then back to a C. The way the strumming pattern works on this one is they start with the downstroke, but they don't really play the whole chord. What they do is they basically just strum the bass note of the chord. So in A minor, that case would be the open A string and maybe like part of the D string, like that. And then on G, it would be G on the 6th string and the B on the 5th string. And then the C would be on the 5th and 4th string. And then after that, so it's down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down. The first downstroke is when you get just the bass notes. After that, then it's just the whole thing. I don't know if you can catch the picking, but it's down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down. And then they go back into the chorus by doing that F to C riff. Back to the verses. And they do that like about 2 times before they come back to the verse. And it's pretty much the same deal again. Some more of that riff. And then they go to the... Pretty much the same as the beginning. They repeat the verse once or 4 times the riff, and then they go back into the break, and then they go back into another chorus. Same thing. bridge repeats 3 times, and it's kind of tricky because each of the 3 times they repeat it, it's not very consistent. It sounds like this. So you're going to need your F chord, C chord, and G chord. And you start on your F chord. Let me explain the strumming pattern. You start with the downstroke, but you're only really going to get the bottom strings. So E, A, and D are kind of the notes that you're probably going to get on that one. And it's down with those notes, and then down, up on all the notes, all the strings. Down, 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 down. It's a very straightforward strumming pattern. So on the first repetition of that chord, you start with your F chord, and you do that on you do that 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Then you get your C 1 time, and then G 2 times, then C 2 times. Then you repeat. That's the first time. The second time, you do F 3 times, C once, and G 4 times. The third time, you do F 3 times again, 2, 3, C, and then G 2 times, and then C 2 times. At which point, after they get here, they use that C to transition to the last chorus of the song. Repeat that 3 times, and after that they pretty much go back to the and they do that riff 3 times in the song. And that's how you play Hey Ho by the Lumineers. If you're a beginner, just take it slow. I mean, these chords is just basically finger memory. Once you have it down, then you just got to get the changes in the strumming pattern, and you got it. If you already can play, then it's a breeze. It's super easy, and you'll get it in no time. If you have any questions, feel free to just comment below. Or if there's a specific song or subject you want me to cover, subscribe and message us, and we might just do it on our next one. Anyways, thanks for tuning in to Tovar Guitar. Till next time.